Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebratin'.
Party people, what's going on, y'all? PulseNation in the building.
What's up? How you doing, fantastic people? I hope y'all are having a fantastic day, folks. It is Wednesday. My God, dude, another week has gone by. And
Absolutely.
You know what's beneficial about that? We got essentially 13 weeks remaining in the year, my boy. So get ready, because the end of the year is coming. And we already know that with the end of the year also brings us one step closer to the bull market, man. Brings us one step closer to allowing us to attain those goals, the financial goals that you've been setting. And I really hope y'all have been setting some goals, man, because we're about to be getting some crazy stuff. What's been going on, my brother?
Oh, man, just chilling, bro. Just, on Twitter, researching. I'm everywhere, man. I'm paying attention to the markets now. I'm like watching the chart. I know that the full moon is coming. Is that coming
on the 29th?
Yeah, 2 days from now. So I got my eye on it. I'm watching Waters Above. He talking crazy.
Always.
If you sitting on some dry powder, keep your eyes open this week, man. It could get nice. It could get real opportunistic, if you know what I'm trying to say.
100%. And guys, like I said, sometimes taking a swing is one of the best things you can do. Like, we are near what could be the potential bottom of the bear market, folks. So what that means is really there's only up from here, right? But what that also means is you might miss the opportunity if you don't take some advantage of the situation. So if you got $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 to put forth into an asset, you could either wait until the price dips 10, 20, 30%, possibly some more, but that might not happen. So one thing you could do is just put forth some capital, so you at least got your foot in the door somewhere. And then if it does happen to take off, you at least got something near the bottom. So
right.
I stress to everyone, like, get your foot in the door, man. Get in the game. Take action.
Yeah, now is the time. Now is the time, yo. I mean, like 2 weeks ago was really the time, but not now. You still got time, yo. It's still cheap.
I mean, all in all, what we're looking at, even just 2 weeks ago, I mean, from where it was and where it currently is and all that good stuff. I mean, dude, where it went to, went up basically almost 50% during that time as well, right? From that local low to the local high type range. And so whenever I'm looking at a chart like that, yeah, dude, it makes me somewhat pretty bullish whenever I see that kind of information, especially considering we got higher lows, higher highs being hit. And those are all bullish metrics when you're seeing it all. So yeah, I mean, and it had a pullback. So from that little 50% run up that it did, it's already gone down a good little 15%. So that's what don't be getting too greedy waiting for that 10% difference, because whenever I look at this stuff and I'm seeing it, I'm like, okay, cool. So basically, if you can get 100 million tokens, you would get 110 million tokens with an extra 10%. And then the difference there is so negligible, especially when you start taking off some of these zeros and adding the X's for the multiples that we about to see.
Man, look, dude, who knows what's gonna happen, man? I was watching Rags to Riches last night, and he was basically from what he was saying, he's like, bro, I don't know how long this bear market is gonna last. Like for the first time, you're seeing people in our community saying, yo, honestly, I don't know if this is gonna end soon. And it's just, I just find that interesting. And I'm not trying to sound bearish or nothing, but it's just you got to look at the glass half full. If this does take longer than we think, you got to treat it like it's an opportunity, because when our day comes, oh my gosh, you better hope you was doing the right thing. You were stacking that bag. You never know how much amount you could get to if you just keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm already.
I want to talk real fast with y'all as well, guys. I want to share some wise words of wisdom, if you will, to help get the mental preparation for what could be coming and the bull market being right around the corner. So if you don't mind, I got a little fun little speech, if you will, that we're going to run through. And again, I really hope this resonates with a lot of folks. But let me just start with saying, friends, family, everyone, PulseNation members, I hope y'all are having a fantastic day as always. We know there's exciting times ahead. If you've been paying attention to any of the financial news lately, you've been seeing that there's clear signs of the bull market right around the corner. We've got difficulty in the most recent years, and with the bull brings hope of prosperity. So we got to get ready to seize the opportunity it's going to provide. It's not the time to be timid. Now is not the time to be timid. Fortune favors the bold, and there's a reason why that statement is said. The wise know how to position themselves to profit when conditions are favorable. Don't let the fear hold you back, folks. This is the potential reward far outweighing the potential risk. So educate yourselves, make smart investments, put yourself in put your financials in order, because opportunities abound in times like these are rare and far and few between. But preparation's key, folks. So I can't wait, because I know it's going to be coming. The bull market stampeding right around the corner, and everyone's going to be trying to get their finances in shape. But folks, the early bird gets the worm. And who's the early bird? The folks who are here right now, putting forth the economic energy to buy these prices.
Absolutely.
Because today is the day you take action to maximize your profits for tomorrow. If you want to really see massive outsized returns, you take advantage of dips, folks. That is clear and simple as day. Because if it was to just go back to sacrifice price, even on PulseX, for example, yes, that's a 10x. And if you didn't buy during any of this dip right now, then you got zero to show. And if it goes up and does even a 2x above that, you could have a 20x, but you're looking at a 2x. So you're literally taking the opportunity to add zeros onto the equation for your multiples when you buy these prices at these levels. That's it. The bull is like pawing at the ground, my friends. It's literally time to grab the reins and take action for what's really happening. It's not the time to be timid. Jesse Livermore actually advised the big money is not in the buying and selling, but in the waiting. Right. And so we talk about it all the time. We say patience, we say delay gratification, we say time in the market is better than timing the market.
Absolutely.
These have been said from different people, and I love how it resonates with everyone differently. But guys, like I said, the big money is not in the buying and selling, but in the waiting, truly in the waiting. Right? Really That's where you're going to be able to see your finances go from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions, folks. It's in these times right now where bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. You've heard that statement so many times on Wall Street, because opportunities like this definitely come with, unfortunately, the ability to have proper preparation, folks.
Absolutely. I mean, right? Look, man, what else can you do at this point, yo? Like, we've chosen this ecosystem. The prices are low. What are you gonna do? Sell for a loss? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's literally nothing else to do but keep each other entertained, keep DCAing, keep encouraging each other, being positive. It's not like just, and good things come to those who wait. That's just really what it comes down to.
For sure. Like, see the bull market for what it is, right? It's a tremendous chance to improve your financial position. That's what a bull market is. But guys, you have to understand, the people who make the most of their money buy in a bear market. They just didn't realize it at the time. You make most of your money in a bear market, folks.
Yeah.
It's just simple as that. And it's because you want to attain as many quantity of quality tokens that will be there for you in the future when the bull market comes. Because soon, the bull market's here, and you're going to be able to close your eyes and throw a fucking dart and hit anything and possibly get a 5 to 10x return out of it. That doesn't make you a wise investor. That's just a bull market. And a lot of people forget that is exactly what a bull market will bring, folks. This is not like me guessing this stuff. It's the rising boat lifts all tides, or the rising tide lifts all boats. It's that same concept. Everything tied together through liquidity. Once something starts pumping, everything else starts pumping around it. People start speculating. They love green candles. They love buying the green candles. They love buying the FOMO, just in case they knew they could have bought it lower, but they want to buy now because they don't want to miss out on what's there in the future.
Yep.
So I really do mean this whenever I say, like, most of the money you make right now is going to be in the bull, is going to be the money that you invest right now today.
Absolutely. And I also want to say, I think it's really important to not get distracted. And I bring that up because we always hear about the guys who hit big in Hex, RG3, DCC, Crypto Coffee, but no one talks about the guy who was in Hex watching DCC, RG3 and them guys, hexologists, and got distracted, went and sold it and went into something goofy, and then Hex took off on them. And they're sitting there acting like they're coping. Oh, well, it's going to come back down. I can always get back in. And it never happens. So
ever.
I think it's really important to not get distracted, y'all. Like
For
this
real,
is the
like
one.
straight up,
Yeah.
guys. Like it really is. It's not the time to let undue risk to start taking the risk and all that good stuff and all that good jazz, as they always say. Like the easy words of Warren Buffett, if you will, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. But that also comes into like a whole long statement as to everything that he actually goes through. He just maintains a balanced perspective of his emotions. That's all he's doing. Like he's not allowing the opportunities around him that could be potential opportunities that he could take advantage of to impact his decision one way or another. He's already made his own investment thesis. And out of that whole thesis that he's created, he's then able to then go further and further and further and further for continuing to do what he does. So the market can the market can remain irrational a lot longer than we can remain solvent. Like, let's just be real about that. So you really do have to avoid a temptation of overtrading, of aggressively speculating and FOMOing and making moves, trying to recoup some of the, we'll call it, loss within the last few months, right? And it's so crazy how people are absolutely chasing everything they can just to try to make something. I know you want to see the green candles, but that mental mindset that you have to have for when the bull market gets here is what needs to be worked on right now at these prices, at these levels.
Yep.
Can you? I'm telling, dude, talk to me, man. I'm telling you, you've been there. You said yourself when you see, don't let me get 100x, right? You said that, man. You said that, right? Because you know what that 100x means and what it could mean, and what it brings.
Am I freezing? Is that me freezing?
I just looked at the camera, so I don't know. I just came back.
Okay. Because so you said I've been there. What were you saying? Because I lost that.
It's all good. No, you were talking about how the 100x, right? And so like, don't let me see 100x, right? Like y'all, let me show you what you can do with the 100x type deal. But you've got to put yourself mentally in preparation to say, I'm already at 100x. And again, like the belief, even if you have to lie to yourself, it comes down to a factor of this whole equation too. You have to believe, folks. You literally have to believe. Like it is an investment into what could potentially be life-changing generational wealth.
Oh my God, bro. Belief is extremely important, and we see a ton of guys on social media, they don't believe anymore. They're lost, they're confused,
Right.
And I sound like a broken record, guys. We're so early, man. Like we just got started, I understand, you're underwater right now. I get it. It sucks. But again, what can we do? We literally have to just, DCC talks about it, bro, that he literally felt like he was throwing money away. I see Disciple put in the chat earlier. He's like, I think I feel crazy buying more of this stuff. And it's like, if you don't feel crazy buying this,
right here,
you're not taking enough of a risk in life. Like that's how people become uber wealthy, by doing something that no one else does. If you want to be in the 1%, you got to do the opposite of the 99%. And
if you want to have what others want to have, then you have to do what others aren't willing to do, right? Absolutely. And so that's 100% back to that whole statement right there. It's like if you want those, again, the outside returns I talk about all the time, because literally right in front of your face is a 10x, folks. Like literally right in front of your face, just looking at the PulseX price, not looking at anything else, not looking at anything crazy. Even the hex price, you could even go with that as well at 0.008. Just getting back up to 8 cents, 10x. Getting back up to 3 cents on the Ethereum side, 10x. So I see 10x's very quickly in all the near future for a lot of the different protocols that we're in. So I'm not even guessing on the 10x anymore. We're over here thinking about the 100, 500,000. But you have to be ready for when those prices hit. I'm telling you, when you see it, it's gonna be a wild thing if you aren't ready for it, because it's easy to see an account go from 10,000 to 500, which is a 95% drop. It's easy to see that, because 10,000 for most people can be made up in the span of at least a couple of months, if not a few months, at a job. So it's not like it's that crazy. But when you see that same 1 million turn into $500,000, it's the same 95% drop. Okay, it's the same 90, but you can understand the difference of $950,000, right? Or should I say, what is it? You get what I'm trying to say. 9.5.
Right,
yeah, 950. Yeah, I had it right. So and that's kind of where people are going to be seeing come the bull market. The accounts that you're looking at right now may not seem anything crazy. That's why I don't look at the portfolio amount. Because
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me ask you, man, what would it take for you to give up on this whole project, this ecosystem, like stop streaming and say, you know what, I'm gonna fade away into the sunset? Like, what would it take?
Yeah, I would say for sure the Hex contract not working properly. That would be the biggest hit for me. If for whatever reason, somehow, some way, the Hex contract just didn't work anymore, right? And I think to me that just means it all falls apart.
Like an example meaning like it just doesn't pay out, like the t-shirt.
Yeah. So we'll say exactly like something to where the contract has either gotten hacked and coins have gotten minted, something to where the payouts stop paying out, something to where every stake that's ever been out has just been nuked all of a sudden, or whatever the case may be. Like something freaking wild. Like that's one of those, I'm not investing based on that 0.001% chance of it happening. I'm investing based on the others. And a lot of people will stop investing based on that 0.001 fear. And that's where, again, you have to discern the risk tolerance that you're willing to take. But yeah, for me, I think that would basically, put the nail in the coffin. That would be an unfortunate scenario to come. And as long as everything is working flawlessly, then I'm good. Right.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I agree with you there, man. That'd be the only thing to kind of just make me turned off if something got hacked, a lot of money was stolen. And it's like, man, yeah, you're right. That's probably it. Because I didn't have a reason until you said that. Because I was probably just gonna just go down with the ship, regardless. But now that you say that,
if there was a true compelling, like, God dang, this contract, man, I thought one thing and I was wrong. I would come out, I would say I'm wrong, I would say I apologize to anyone that I led astray. But you got to understand, like, no one's seeing that happen. And if it does, then you guess what? I'll be right there. I'll be right there with you, drowning in sorrows, folks. I'm right there. So
and the reason I asked,
go ahead.
I just don't want to be compared to other streamers of other communities. Like I know there's former coins I was in, and I see guys still shilling it, and I'm looking at these guys like, why are you still promoting this scam? So it made me think, like, are people thinking that about us? Like, why are y'all showing up every day talking about this thing that's down? And I'm like, so that's why I asked you. I'm like, because I'm wondering, why aren't these guys hiding for what they've, this thing is finished. So I wanted to ask you, like, well, why are we still doing this? You know what I mean? Like, you're right. You're right.
That's the way I see it, man. That's truly the way I see it. And again, like, RH, something could happen. The OA could sell. Like, that doesn't phase me at all. That's just an eventuality that could eventually happen.
Could you imagine the OA sell?
That's what I'm saying. But that would be a devastating thing, but it wouldn't be enough to get you out. Like, that's not enough to stop. That's just enough to, like, destroy. Don't get me wrong. But that's, like, in and of itself, in the entirety of what it is, I don't think it would be enough to be able to dissuade me. So we'll see, though. We'll see. The only time will tell, right? But I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, my brother, we are only not even 5 months in to this crypto. We're 138 days in. Okay. Like,
unbelievable, man.
That is not that long, folks. It's really not. And the grant, look at how fast September's already gone by. Like, blink. Like, gone, right? And then you think back and you're like, okay, cool. Well, I sacrificed 2 years ago, but it still feels like yesterday to some folks, but that was 2 years ago, right? You had sacrificed in July of 2021, and then in December of 2020. That was when that sack happened. That was years ago, but it seems like it was just yesterday. And so from that aspect of it, if we can just find a way to stop focusing on the present and instead look toward the future, that is where you're going to succeed. Looking in the past is great. Looking to see what was is great if you're learning it from a learning perspective, if you're using it from a learning perspective. But to look in the past and say, this has done this and it will do this in the future, you can't do that, right?
Absolutely.
Because there's no telling what the future holds. But you can estimate what could be possible. And the numbers for anything that we're in right now is massive. Like, go and find a 50x your money anywhere. It's very difficult to do, folks.
Sure
very
is.
difficult.
Sure
Like,
is.
and I know there's the little meme coins that have been coming and going and that kind of stuff, and there's pumping and dumping and all that. Like, that's meme coins are going to be a thing. But like I said, I make my investment choice on something that I see lasting further down the road. That's it.
What kills me about those coins, or the goofy coins I like to call them, is just the fact that, like, there's influencers that'll be really strange and disingenuous, and when their coins are at the top, it's, oh my God, you didn't buy this yet? Wow, you're missing out. Oh, da da da. And then when it drops, it's, oh well, you know, all coins drop, all coins dip. You gotta buy the dip. This is a good opportunity, bro. Why am I buying that dip when I could buy this dip, bro?
Correct. And again, like, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of like, okay, cool. If I was to go be a part of any of those, it would be with a very small dollar amount figure. We'll say, you know, $100 or something so nominal that even if I was to end up getting a 10x, then it turns into 1,000. And to me, that's just not enough that doesn't sway me one way or another. Like, it for me. Right. And there's no telling that could even be a thing. I could just waste it, but I could look at it from a standpoint of, I know what I can get for $100 right now. Pulse X Hex. I know exactly how much I can get and where I think that number is going to go in the future.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way I see it. And again, I see 100x easily in futures. Like, that's not that far fetched to be imagining that Hex reaches 30 cents, right? Or that Pulse X reaches 1/10 of a penny. What? Like 1/10 of a penny, 0.001, folks. Or that Pulse Chain reaches a penny. Any of these numbers, I don't see them as far-fetched.
Bro,
so
get to a point where if any of these go to a half a penny, you are uber retired. If you could get to that point, oh my God. It's not that hard, folks. Not right now. You got to work overtime.
Well, that was the purpose of me doing the daily DCA calculator, your challenge, the Pulse challenge that I bring and invite anyone else to join along with me, folks. Right now, I'm doing a $5 purchase into Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Hex on Pulse Chain, and Hex on Ethereum. $5 a day. And I'm going to do this for the span of a year at minimum. And then we're just going to look, we're going to look back, right? And guys, absolutely. I've said this in the past as well, but that's $7,300. Now, what if the average is 100x? Now, what if one of them goes off and does a 500x? And what if another one only goes off and does a 40x? But the average between them is 100x. You still turn $7,300 into $730,000.
You right? Don't know. My God.
What a good time for that. But again, this is possible for everyone. Like, that's why I stress to this. Like, the reason why I do it every day is because you get to buy no matter what the price is. I'm not trying to time. I'm not trying to put the best price. I'm not trying to hit a home run. I just know that if I have an average estimated return of anywhere between 50 to 100x, that still turns something from $7,300 into something like $360,000 up to $730,000 for an average return. Folks, come on. Tell me y'all don't want to be a part of that.
That's some fascinating.
Join me on the Pulse Challenge.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys tune into that. What is that? You doing that every day or weekly? Like, what is?
Well, I buy every day, but I do the weekly updates every Friday. So if y'all want to find out what's going on and keep track of it along, we're going to be reaching the 2-week mark this Friday. As a matter of fact, where $70 would have been put in, and you can see the average of what all these numbers end up being. So this is something that, again, I'm applauding anyone. I'm doing 5 a day into each one. If you got more money that you'd like to invest into each one daily, then go for it. If you want to do it weekly, monthly, whatever the time frame is for you, just set up a schedule, because discipline is how you're going to win this. Discipline builds bridges, and bridges are what allow you to actually get through this whole bear market that we're in right now.
Yeah. Guys, I want to use this as an opportunity to make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Do it on both channels. If you're watching on my page, do that. If you're watching ATX page, do that. Swap, whatever you got to do. Let's keep this going, man. It helps us out. It it's awesome. It's awesome to be here with you guys weekly. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate all you guys here live right now. That's fire. But dude, this is Pulse Chain, bro. Like this is bigger and better than Ethereum. All we need is for the rest of the world to figure that out, and they'll get there. When the gas fees go back up, people are gonna look for another destination.
For sure.
And all these other layer ones, I'm hearing bad news about them. Every day is something new. Something got hacked. Something, it's just we haven't had that. We haven't had that.
We don't envision it happening either. That's the benefit of that too.
How many bridges have gotten hacked in other protocols? Like we haven't had
so many, bro. You know what's funny? I actually had one of the streams that I may end up doing. We'll see one day. Is just going through the list of all the people who Richard Hart put his whole list on every hack, every scam, or every vulnerability, and he has a whole thread going on his Twitter. And I have it saved one day that I think one day I'm just going to enjoy diving into that little thread and just looking at all the nonsense that happened everywhere all the time, right?
All the time.
So yeah, and I was looking at doing that, so we'll see if I end up doing it, anytime soon. But that's one of the crazy freaking things, dude. You got RH tweeting all the time, legal wise. I'm not really even too worried about legal wise because it's not a department that I even understand.
Yeah.
So
hey,
I'm not.
How many hacks have we had, bro? That's the question to ask. How many hacks have we had in Pulse Chain?
0.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I mean, I know there was a couple things with PulseX where somebody was doing something. I don't even know what it was, but it was such a tiny amount that, like, it's not even close to what we've seen with other protocols. You know what I'm saying? We see $500 million stolen from such a. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't experienced that, and I don't think we will.
I love the bridge hack, or whatever it is. Or hey, I don't know. Somehow we just lost $500,000.
Oh my
God,
$500 million. Like, 100 million, 300 million. The numbers are so astronomical. It's sickening, bro. But I was gonna ask you, man, what's your thoughts on this BitBoy stuff? You've been paying attention to this crazy.
I was wondering if we were gonna talk about that at all. Yeah, man, I've been seeing it.
I was sticking up for him, but now it's like, bruh, like
I don't. That's what I don't think I was ever at the point to where I was sticking up for him. I think I was at the point to where I said this man brought it upon himself, and the most wild concept of all this is that he's doing everything so publicly, and like,
it hurts.
There's just certain things, man. There's certain things that really no one needs to see your whole life, man. Like, it's been done in vlogs so many times where people have destroyed their lives and ruined different things just by vlogging their whole life, where they don't have a moment to themselves. And I think he's at that point in time where he hit the end of the road. Now, from what I heard, there was some illicit substances or illegal substances as well. Not only that, he's riding around with the fucking chick he's cheating on his wife with. Not only that, he's he's streaming everything for everyone. Like, I see that. I see mental health challenge is what I see.
That's what. Yeah. I thought it was a publicity stunt at first, but now it's looking like, oh no, something might be wrong here.
Yeah.
And I wish the guy the best, honestly, but I just want you guys to understand and realize we were in basically a bubble back when crypto took off initially, and it's just the fact that a lot of furus got a huge following, like guys who really didn't understand what they were doing. They just picked such and such. They hit big, they got lucky, and they put a bunch of people in front of you that are really not fit to be giving.
Okay, I love you.
Not just financial advice, but life advice. As you can see, this guy is just off the rails. And I do some crazy stuff myself, but it's like, just know it's all entertainment coming from me. It's all calculated. That's why I'm like, is BitBoy being an entertainer right now? Or is he really? Yeah. And I'm looking at, I'm thinking he's really tripping, bro. He's really tripping, man. And I wouldn't have thought that until they released the door cam footage. And when
Oh
I
man.
seen that, I was like, "Oh, this dude's really, he's really
I
bugging."
haven't even seen that.
Oh
I
man,
watched I watched a Tozy. So a Tozy was
ooh,
someone who Bit Boy went after like a while back, right?
yeah,
And he was trying to go at him for slander and all this stuff, and basically filed a lawsuit against him. And then the people in the community and all these people pulled together a lot of money to fight his legal battle, to help him fight the legal battle against BitBoy and that whole defamation lawsuit. And then the whole thing just ended up being frivolous. And he was like, I'm sorry I went public and all these things. And I'm like, man, so like, I don't know what's going on in the background, but I see that kind of stuff. And then I hear everything happening. I'm like, the dude's life has basically fallen apart. This bear market destroyed this man.
yeah. There you
Is
go.
how I'm seeing it. Right. And this is
It,
what
yep, yep. That's what
financial implications can do.
we'll do.
Right.
We'll do exactly. That's what's going on.
Yep. And that's what exactly. So it's drugs or mental health or whatever, but I think more so finances, because and it's unfortunate, man. Like, one, you should always have backup wallets, folks. If you don't have backup wallets of your crypto, find yourself somehow, some way to set forth some time and go make a fucking backup wallet, man. Have something that you can fall back on if something was to ever happen to you. Like, we're not in the same mindset or world as them, because they allowed themselves to be controlled that way through signing contracts and everything. But I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, he had the chance to also take some money that he had and move it into different wallets, right? And like, so you go from holding tens of millions of dollars in assets to now all of a sudden needing help with raising money. And again, there's not, like, guys, when I say there's nothing wrong with raising money, I don't have a problem with the raising of the money. I really don't. I don't even care who's asking for the money. If people want to donate and that's just what they want to do, so be it, man. They've made the choice. People have spoken. What I have a problem with is when this man is talking about he can't afford gas, bro.
He said that?
Oh, yeah, that was part of the whole donate to me. Like, I just paid for $20 on my gas station and my credit card's maxed out and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, if you've ever made, guys, if y'all have ever made $100,000, you should be able to store 10K somewhere, right? And that's just a simple little rule of thumb. And that's like, when, if you need to, when this shit 10x's, take out 10% profit. You've got your money back out. So if you have 10,000 invested, it 10x's, it goes up to 100,000, you pull back your 10,000, cool. Now you're playing with the crypto, and now you got your money back in fiat. Now, granted, no, there will be taxes implied. So be ready for that, folks. But that's just something that you can do to offset some of that nonsense. And so I feel, I don't want to say like pity for him, because it's not pity. He brought it upon himself by putting himself in that position. But I don't like to see the downfall of any person publicized, right?
Yeah.
And he's at that level now where it's hit too much. And you've gone too far, you know.
Stop with Cassie. That's all I ask a bit, boy. Let's not talk about Cassie.
Oh, he's already stated that won't happen through a tweet that he had after he got arrested. And I'm like, he's like, I'm never leaving Cassie. And I'm like, bro,
bit boy.
Bro, now here's the deal, man. Like, to each his own, man. Like, that could be the woman that he's gonna be spending the rest of his life with. And that's it's fucked up, because you don't know the whole situation. I don't know the whole equation. I know families got fucking wrecked. I know people involved. I know there's a bunch of stuff happening in the background. And I'm not saying, dude, we are creatures of imperfection and emotion. We are not perfect creatures by any facet of the imagination. We are creatures of emotion. And what I mean by that is literally anything can just set us off. Bro, you get happy, you get sad within the span of minutes, seconds, hours, right?
Yeah, I can't judge the guy. I don't know how I'd act. You know, it's just,
give me 1 second. Grab that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, y'all, you know, it's just, and who knows who his wife is, right? We don't know how his wife has been treating him these past few years. Who knows if she's just using him for money? So I don't want to judge the guy, man, you know, but I really do wish him the best. And I hope I hope most of this was just trolling. Because again, like, that's what I do. I do a lot of trolling and stuff, but I really hope that wasn't like serious, man, because it's, you know, going to jail. I mean, and then you saw Trevon posted all the mugshots, and now you see it's been a pattern. Like, dude, the dude's been in jail all his life, Every stage of his life, he has a mugshot for, and I'm like, bruh, we got to stop.
If you want to bet, I bet you it's every 7 years too. If you really want to get crazy with it, it's a weird little cycle that we go through as humans every 7 years.
Yes, it looks like it through the pictures, and guys, be careful.
Yeah, I haven't seen the pictures or nothing. I'm just guessing if you were to span it out and when it actually happened, it's either a 4-year cycle or a 7-year cycle. It's just one of those. But we are cyclical people, if you will, and we love to make shit come back and rhyme and repeat all that good shit. So.
Man, dude.
But yeah, I mean, in regards to the whole situation with that, and like, dude, if that is the woman that he's meant to be with for the rest of his life, it's just an unfortunate way that it all kind of devolved, and so be it, you know. Like,
right.
Like, I don't have any qualm with that. Again, dude, like, I've been in a marriage before that was absolute garbage, bro.
Yes,
Garbage.
Yes.
Right. So I don't know his whole situation. That shit gone though. I'm out of that relationship real fucking quick. Found my wife now, happily married. I love
it. And that's a beautiful thing, man. And for all the trouble Bit Boy's been going through, I hope it was all worth it. I hope it was all worth it. Perfect timing. He's hooked. I hope it was worth. I hope it tastes good at least. I hope it was a salty. Cinnamon or salty? What you like? Cinnamon pretzels or salty?
Cinnamon all day, bro.
Cinnamon is fire, dog.
Yeah, all day, bro.
Yo, the Auntie Anne's or the Wetzel's pretzels, man. Which?
Wetzel.
Oh, Wetzel's fire.
Yeah. See, but I don't really do salted at all, man. My wife's the pretzel. Nah.
I feel you. Hey, man, I salted is okay, but if I have to choose, it's always cinnamon, dog.
Always. Cinnamon. There's no doubt in my mind. I'd rather have it plain than salted in all reality, and then I just dip that shit in cheese or something. Oh my god!
You know, get some
fucking melted cheese with that, and just man.
God,
dang.
Cinnamon and cheese though.
No, cinnamon and cheese.
The plain and cheese.
Yeah, plain and cheese.
Okay, gotcha. I'm about to say.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I hope it was worth it, Bit Boy. I hope it tastes good at least.
Yeah, man. He's still married. Not sure why we're so Lisa Marie, that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to relationships, there's just so much. And the downside to marriage, I will say, is just the fact that it's such a contract that's so hard to go through and break. I don't want to say it's not hard, but there is a step in order to make it happen. And so it's not like you can just be dating and then you're not dating anymore, right? And then especially, God forbid, you've been together with them for 10 plus years. Now that spouse and the wife automatically receives alimony for the rest of her life. Like there's a whole bunch of other stuff and nuance along with it. I've seen parents go through relationships and not be divorced, but went through it because they wanted to raise the kids together and hated each other. I've seen it all. You know what I mean? Like we've seen it, right? And so I don't want to judge in regards to like what's going on there, because some people are okay with that. Some people have a polyamorous relationship. Some people are like that's mentioned well ahead of time typically. But the fact that it was the way in which he did it, bro. Who's in the truck? Who's in the truck? It's like
it was,
you look at the camera, nigga, and I was like,
ew, that was crazy. And I just want to say to you
fucked up.
I just want to say to the young fellas watching, man, do like Drake, man. You see how Drake is moving out here, bro. He just smashing and dashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, marriage is hard. You know, if you want to go down that road,
rules I'll say always for guys, get a vasectomy, keep it simple. You can always fucking repair and replace and fix it later. There's no need to worry about it, and then you can have fun all you want. No fucking rubber, guys.
Be careful, y'all.
Coincidence. It's crazy. I was glad I did it. It's an enjoyable thing. You never have to worry about having another baby. Right. Get a vasectomy, pay for it. Super cheap for guys. Super simple, and they can always fix it if you ever want to have one of kids later. But
I didn't know that
way of doing it. Yep.
I didn't
the
know
second
that.
one is separate bank accounts, boys and girls. That's as simple as it is. You want to find the fastest way to end relationships is have joint account. Only have a joint account. Like don't have your own personals. You will fucking hate
it. Yeah. Find a beautiful woman that you love, you know. Have a child, start a family, do a marriage ceremony. But as far as the marriage paperwork goes, be careful, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Be careful with that paperwork.
I mean, shit, you got Texas, which is what the hell they call it? What the hell is it even, man? Where you're together for so long that they basically just consider you man and wife.
Oh, okay.
I'm drawing a blank on that.
I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah,
I'm sure someone's gonna say it for me for what I'm trying to say. But there's basically something that basically means that you've been together so long that y'all are considered married in the state's eyes type deal, which is fucking crazy, bro. Common law. Wow. Thank you so much, Rick Davis. Yeah, common law. Common law is a.
Wait, so it's wait, even if you don't do the paperwork, they could still.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, common law is a bitch, bro. So just know your state's laws on common law as well, because it's one of those like the way you become common law marriage is like have joint accounts together, introduce yourself as man and or husband and wife, and if you do any of these like certain actions, it's like you're married in the state's eye, and you will have to go through all the bullshit of a divorce. My buddy actually had to go through that, which is the weirdest thing ever. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, bro, tell me how your divorce went and what'd you do and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nigga, my shit's different from you. Like, I was married. He's like, well, I'm considered married through common law. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no. Hey, disregard what I say, y'all. Be very careful out here. Do like Leonardo DiCaprio. 3 months, get another one. All right, move on. Exactly. Damn, that's tough, man. Damn, they're going to get us regardless. Damn. You can't win as a young man out here, bro. Yo, protect your sons, man. It's rough out here for young men, dog. It's getting tough.
That's what I'm saying. If you ever cheat on your girl and say it was a mistake, she's gonna find those vids. I mean, it's just there's certain things that you should do that you should not do, and that should just remain private for the world to never fucking know, right? Take that shit to your grave. And that's kind of the level that I feel like Bit Boy's devolving to. Where I'm like, bro, go to bury the hatchet, find some way to just contain it deep down in the depths of your soul, and then just fucking go to the grave with this shit. Like,
something tells me in the future his wife is gonna take him to the cleaners. Like something's gonna happen. There's gonna be a story. They're gonna have a nasty fallout. And it's coming soon, bro. I'm telling you, like you already know how it's gonna play out, and somehow it'll be publicized, and he'll be the guy saying, it wasn't me. I think you're the one cheating. Like, it's on you. But like, there's so many things that have happened in the past. We don't know. It's one of those. I don't ever deal with like too many relationship issues, because relationships are tough, man. They are not freaking easy, folks. And there's a reason why you say, like, when you get married, through sickness and health and richness and wealth and all that good stuff, right? And sickness, because you got to be able to take all facets. It's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows, bro. Yo, I mean, dude, like
straight up,
like, let's just be honest. To love somebody and only be with one person for the rest of your entire life, you got to be strong. And people nowadays are just not that strong. It's not like our parents and our parents' parent. Like, times have changed. One person for the rest of your life, you gotta be strong, bro. Yeah, women are out here, cheating more than men.
It's nasty. Fun conversations to have with certain individuals. It's I think you had a great conversation with SJ during one of your late night streams on PulseNation. Was just those topics. Like, you telling me you wouldn't stick with the guy? Was it SJ? No, it was probably Raquel. Yeah, it was Raquel. Yep. Yeah, I remember now. It was Raquel Fuentes. Yeah, you was like, you telling me that if a nigga's a billionaire and he just kissed another girl, you would end it? And she's like, yeah,
ruin the family, the kids, all because your feelings got hurt. Your feelings got one kiss. One mistake, you're gonna throw away the whole family.
Yeah, that was a wild stream that you had. Now, finally, you got her to kind of like come around to somewhat of a decent level.
Yeah.
That was a fire stream. I feel like y'all got to go back. If y'all ain't know what I'm talking about on that one, y'all got to go back and just type in Raquel Westcott. You'll pull it up. It's a phenomenal stream that they actually had on that one.
Talking about Will Smith and Jada.
Always, man. Everyone.
Yeah. We
Ben should read sci-fi.
Ben should have
read also go 5555, man.
Oh wow.
But guys, this has been another phenomenal episode of PulseNation, episode 41 in the books. We cannot wait to see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the afternoon. Much love to every single one of y'all, and we'll catch you next time.
Absolutely. Peace.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay calling in this bitch. We ain't worried